I'm Dr. Katie Landier, the Senior Centered Physical Therapist, and welcome back. In today's video, I'll be showing you exercises you can and should be doing if you have diabetes. But even if you don't have diabetes, these are great exercises that include strengthening as well as some cardio. If you do have diabetes, exercise is essential and can help improve blood sugar control, cardiovascular health, and help with weight management, as well as even improve our mental health, such as boosting our mood. If you have diabetes, whether you have type 1 or type 2, of course you always want to consult with your provider before doing any kind of exercise program. Also, whenever you're exercising, make sure you're checking your blood sugar levels before and after exercise. So it's recommended that you keep your blood sugar levels between 100 and 250 before exercise. If it's below 100 or if it's above 250, you're at risk for some serious complications. So you want to make sure that you're really aware of what your blood sugar levels are. For more information on exercising with diabetes, check out my website, theseniorcenteredpt.com. For this workout, you'll need a chair and a stable surface to push against. Let's get started. All right, let's start with our chair squats. So I've got a chair behind me. Basically, all I'm doing is sitting down and standing up. We're gonna do that 10 times. So feet are close to that chair. I'm gonna lean and stand. So there's one. So I'm just kind of gently resting kind of the back of my thighs on the chair and then standing back up. And what that's doing is that's keeping some tension in my legs. So I'm not fully resting at the bottom. I have that kind of time under tension where I'm still working even in the lowest position of this squat. Of course, I've lost count, so we're gonna find 3 more. 2 and 1, all the way up. If you need to, you can sit and take a rest, totally fine. Also, if you're having a hard time coming up, you can modify that. So you can find just the top part of the squat and do squats from there. Or you can work at the bottom part of the squat and just work on your lean and lift yourself off of your chair. So making sure that just because you can't do a full movement doesn't mean that you stop exercising. We really want to get this exercise in to help really balance out our glucose levels, make sure that we're getting all the benefits from exercise that can help with managing our diabetes. Next, we're gonna get that heart rate going. So I'm gonna back my chair up a little bit here. And we're gonna do some jumping jacks. So feet start together, arms start by the side, and we bring everything out and everything in. Let's do 10. There's halfway. Good. Once again, you can modify. So if you need to do one side at a time, absolutely fine. Get to where you're working that heart. You're getting that heart rate elevated to really help with our cardiovascular health, which is so important when managing our diabetes. The next thing we're gonna do is a heel raise. So you can have your chair next to you if you want a little balance support, or you don't have to use any balance support at all. But feet are gonna be underneath those hips, and we're just gonna float the heels up and lower them down. So lifting and lowering, working those calf muscles, but also working balance. So when we have diabetes, it's possible that we have decreased sensation in our hands and our feet. And with decreased sensation in our feet, what can happen is we're more likely to fall. So if we were working those muscles to keep not only ourselves strong, but our balance strong, that can really help us prevent a fall. Of course, too, if you have diabetes, make sure you're checking your feet on a daily basis so that you know if you have stepped on something without realizing it, which can cause sores and infection and can lead to kind of a whole mess of issues. So make sure you're actively checking those feet consistently. And by that, I mean at least once every single day to make sure everything looks intact and healthy down there. Let's do 3 more. Last one. Good. Ooh, shake those legs out again. And then we're gonna find arm circles. So working upper body, also getting heart rate going a little bit. So we can float the arms out to the side and start circling them backwards. And this is one that I love to do as a good challenge for myself. You can see how much time you can spend with those arms up. A lot of shoulder work here. If you have shoulder pain and this is aggravating it, then try a smaller lever so you can bend those elbows. If it's still aggravating it, then we might want to do a different shoulder exercise, right? So making sure we're not adding pain, we're just using those muscles. We're exercising pain, whereas different than pain that's, sharp and wanting us to really stop an exercise. So let's reverse that circle. I'm going to move my arms back out nice and long. So the longer the lever, the more challenge that you'll have behind this. But it's okay to work your way up to it. And we'll go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath. Whew, all of a sudden those arms feel really heavy, don't they? Shake those arms out. And then lastly, we're gonna do our push-ups. So the more parallel we are to the floor, the more difficult the push-up is. So feel free to start on the wall, start on the counter, work your way to the floor. I'm gonna start on the countertop here. So make sure you just have a nice stable surface to press against. Hands are shoulder distance apart, and we're just gonna step back. So once again, the more you step back, the more difficult it is also. So if you need to start here, that's perfectly fine. But whatever your starting point, we're just keeping those elbows nice and narrow, lowering the chest towards our stable surface, and pressing up. Inhale as we lower, exhale, press. That's 2, can we get to 10? Here's our 5th one. Here's where we're gonna check in and make sure our abs are turned on. So belly button reaching towards the spine. Two more. After that last one, you'll walk it in, stand up nice and tall. So I recommend doing these exercises for at least 3 sets during your day. For more information on reps and sets, you can always check out my blog, theseniorcenteredpt.com. But you just completed 5 exercises that I highly recommend that you do if you have diabetes to help improve your overall health. Once again, after exercising, make sure you're checking that blood glucose. Until next time, I'm Dr. Katie Landier, the Senior Centered Physical Therapist. Have the strength to live life to the fullest. Bye-bye.